Following leadership, our next factor is going to be a macro factor, and it is power. Power within the organizational behavior of the movie Sing. Power dynamics appear throughout Sing, especially through Buster and the performance. Buster holds several types of power, including legitimate, and power as the theater owner, and he has power, reward power through the prize money. Other characters display different power bases as well. The Bears use coercive power to intimidate Mike. Expert of power appears in highly skilled performers like Mina and Nana Noodleman, and referent power is shown through characters like Johnny, who earn respect through their integrity. Power shows depending on resources and confidence and relationships. When resources run low, Buster's reward power weakens. So, for example, when they find out the reward money is not real, it was a much smaller total, his reward power had dropped off at that point. When characters bluff or misuse their power like Mike does with the Bears, it leads to negative outcomes. This all ties in very nicely with an article that I chose. So a good method to analyze Sing's power dynamics through French and Raven's 5 bases of power. In the article, a structural equations model of leader power, subordinate styles of handling conflict and job performance by Rahim et al. In that article, they create and test a model that links the leader's power type, subordinates conflict styles, job performance. They link all those things together. They used French and Raven's 5 bases of power, which are the legitimate, reward, coercive, expert, and referent. With their model, the result yielded was that leaders using more positive power types or power bases, like expert and referent, typically had better performance outcomes and healthier conflict styles among followers, and whereas negative power styles had bad outcomes. This is significant in Sing because all 5 of those power bases are shown, and Rahim et al.'s model accurately depicts what each power type fosters. Buster has legitimate power, which can either be good or bad, depending on its use. Reward power is used by Buster as well with that prize money, as I previously mentioned. That reward is also not necessarily good or bad and depends on its usage. Coercive power, though, is a negative one, and it's used by the Bears over Mike, like I mentioned, and it led Mike to make bad decisions to comply, including trying to steal the prize money. And that kind of ties back to that Rahim et al.'s point of the negative power bases causing negative outcomes, and they weren't healthy environments. So, a positive power type, the expert power, includes Eddie the Sheep's, or Buster's best friend's grandma, which is Nana Noodleman. Since she's an expert, she earns that power over Buster, and she heavily influences and inspires Buster to perform at a high level and at this high standard. And she is who he's trying to impress a lot throughout this movie. Referent power, which is the other good one, is held by characters like, I think I already mentioned, Mina and Johnny. And they earn their respect through integrity and kindness. So it's like an earned respect because people like who they are as people or I guess animals. And it's not necessarily they don't have the ability to reward, they're not going to punish somebody. It's not necessarily that they're experts. They do gather respect for their ability to sing and perform later in the movie, but just generally they have most of their respect, and people like to listen to them because of their good demeanors.